Well, hello, I'm Chris, and this is my 70 through 72 Chevelle full door assembly video. We're doing all the internal parts, everything, in case you've lost yours or can't figure it out, took it all apart. Hopefully I cover everything in this video, but this is 70 through 72 door. The others will have little things changed maybe, but you should be able to figure out what's wrong with yours if you can't. I know a lot of people want to see this video, so here you go. So I have disassembly videos of this so you can see the correct way to get all the parts out without screwing anything up. And I also have a video on here disassembling the rear quarter glass. Okay, so these are 70 through 72 Chevelle doors. I'm pretty sure the Monte Carlos 70 through 72 will be the same. 69, I'm not 100% sure, and 68, that's a little bit different anyway, but 70 through 72 is what this is. Okay, so we're going to go through every part real fast. I'm going to hold it up to the camera so you can see it real good. We're going to go over all the little clips, everything that you need to get these doors, the internals on these doors fully assembled. Now this is a 70 through 72 driver side. It's got these two little felt things that are going to rub the window from the inside. Okay, so these two look exactly the same. Just make sure that this is not went through. I gave them a little bath and it made that hair stand up, so give them a bath if it looks like they're all flat. This is the one clip for the door panel. Okay, so this other side has this unique stud that is going to be dualed with one of these felt things. Okay, so that's the other one that's dualed. That's all that is. You see these in the magazines. It's the other one. So everything here has been dipped in Berryman Chem Dip for like a few hours. This is actually an original latch that's been dipped in Berryman Chem Dip for 24 hours. You can only get half of it in there, so 24 hours on each side, and it makes it look like a brand new one. The only thing is, on your latch you want to check right there. You can see where it's been striking. So this one is kind of borderline. It's still good, but it does have damage. Clean your latches up, you got to, because all that dirt and everything is going to cause everything to stick in there. You see, after we cleaned it up, everything, I have a new one in there. It actually feels just like a freaking new one. Have a little spring. You'll see the springs for sale in the catalogs. I had no idea what those springs were listed with the door parts, but that's what it is for these. I don't know if there's a left and right, but there probably is. Alright, now of course the rod, you always take these off and freaking mark them. See the front, driver, door, handle, inner. Now we have these for the locks, and we're going to go into our first set of clips. You can see these clips in the magazines. That's what the clip looks like. Goes in here first. Okay, that's for the door lock. Now when I was going through my parts, I found this one. I don't know what year it is. I just ignore that, but look, it's different. But just telling you, if you're going through crap, they're identical. You can always bend this little rod. But okay, so yeah, I guess this is an older one, because of course the newer stuff always goes to trash. So look how that'll last 200 years. All right, now these things, let's go over the clips and stuff. These are usually what these end up looking like. I don't know what the hell they made them out of, but they feel like freaking wafers. These will be in there and they'll usually be disintegrated. That's how my luck works. I went and bought these brand new today, $5 a piece, going on my parts shelf, and I have several good ones, but whatever. I don't know, OPG has these for like $14.99. I don't know if that's for all of them, but I'm gonna assume it's only two. But you can find these on eBay for $10 a piece. I mean $10 a set. These were $5 a piece. Okay, so these are the 4 types of clip things that are going to go into the door. These are for the door panel. The door panel has another one that goes in there, but you're going to need to check all these out. This one is usually good. It's where the rod to the door handle goes, so just check that out. That's what it looks like. It goes in like that. Okay, so next is this clip right here. This is a broken one. Just showing you, because in case you find little pieces like that. Now this one is going to go on the rod to the handle, the inner door handle right there. We'll assemble it in a second. Okay, so these clips are the ones that everybody seems to screw up. You see them in the magazine. These are your door latch handle clips. and you always end up freaking breaking them off like that. But if you straighten them up and you can get them straight like that again, they'll work fine. But just remember, they have to have that. See how that little clip thing is rusted off of that one? This is trash. I just wanted to show you what a bad one would look like. But like I said, you could get away with using one if you broke it. That's so weird. I swear, man, I think I might be a time traveler in the future, because I always find stuff like this that I've done. So that's pretty cool. I went ahead and put that on there. I don't remember doing it. So these will usually be in the car like that. And that's why in the video I was telling you to undo the latch, drop all this in the door, and then undo this one where you can see it through a hole, because you will break that clip. You're gonna push down in there. But be careful, man. This one, but be careful on this one, dude. You'll cut your hands up. When this stuff is all rusty and crusty in there, this one does not want to come off. So these are the little parts. You'll see these in the magazines. Just want to let you know exactly what they look like. The window regulators have been cleaned and gassed real good. Use whatever you want, but you're going to have to dissolve and break up all that crap in there and get all that old grease off of there. Same thing with this little ball. Get the grease out of it until it starts spinning real free like that. It's got more adjustments on there, so if you're going to take all this off, you need to spray paint it and mark it correctly. When you clean this one, be careful, and this rod will just come out. Take this little sponge thing out, because I don't know if this is going to dissolve in gas or kerosene or whatever, so I took that out when I cleaned it. Just make sure that this isn't wore out. They should be good. See, it's got like 4 little balls. Clean that track out real good with gas. Remove any residual of that freaking grease that was in there. If you feel this, you can tell where it was riding, and then also it's rusted now, so it wouldn't hurt to take some sandpaper and just give that a good clean. Just taking anything. This is just 400 or something. It doesn't matter what grit you use, but try to stay around 180 and finer. Okay, so just like that. I don't know, but that's just how it's in there. This is not a new piece of glass. It's just been 00 steel wool and bleach soaped, and all these have been cleaned real good with bleach soap. Now this window is missing something. It's missing these 2 plastic things. Let me go get them from another door. Make sure you have these. They're gonna go towards the outside. Damn. Alright, so let's get this thing put together. I'm actually gonna try to put it together without looking at the other doors or any notes. So let's see how that works out. First of all, we got this track. Sanded it down, inspected, everything looks good. This stud goes at the bottom. This is the first thing you're going to put in there. In this situation, I'm not greasing anything yet. I'm not going to grease anything until I put that freaking water shield and that door panel on there. Then right before that, I'm going to grease everything. If somebody really knows what they actually put on them, please comment, but don't comment what you think or read in a forum. I've already been there and didn't find anything out. As far as I'm concerned, white lithium grease, anywhere where steel comes in contact with plastic or nylon or whatever this plastic looking stuff is. Stud goes through the bottom. Okay, so I did say I'm not greasing anything yet, because if you don't grease it right now and you get dirt crap in there still, you can always go blow it out. The problem is when you blow it out and you got grease in there. Does that make sense? Before we put the door panel on there, we're gonna blow every single little hole out, and you can actually grease it from those little holes. You grease it now or whatever. I'm gonna reach in there before I put the door panel on, squeeze a whole bunch of black moly lube and just get it all over this freaking thing. This I'm probably gonna try to pack some grease in there somehow. So when we put this in, we're trying to hook it and then position it. Okay, so we're taking the regulator, we're trying to get it into that track right there. See it? Alright. Okay, so once it's in that track, we may need help with this to line these holes up. Get that one started first. Alright, now you're just playing around with it, going up and down until you line all these bolts up. Okay. Alright, all works. It's gonna pop when there's no grease in there, don't worry about it. So go ahead and roll that down. Now we're gonna do the latch and the linkage. The best way to do this is to do it all on the table and then stuff it in there. Latch, important to mark this so you know which way it goes. Door handle, we're gonna be using that clip. Okay, see how the clip is on there? Get it started like that. Put the rod through, and then you're gonna try to see that little groove. Get the clip to go through that groove. You may need a screwdriver. Don't cut your hands up. And then it popped right in there. See that? This is very important that you have that little tab in there. So that's that. The original cloth on there if you can. Put something, I mean, because it'll vibrate. Ding, 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 ding. The inside door handle, just make sure it's aligned right. Gonna put that in there like that. Then we're gonna take this clip in there like that. Okay, you see that? Okay, now we attempt to put all this in the door at once. It's the best way to try to do it. Just make sure the window is rolled down, that's all. Okay, door latch. Don't tighten anything down until you get it all in there and make sure you got it right. Now we're gonna get the raise the door handle up and bolt it down. See right there where that cloth is? Okay, so where that little arrow is, we're gonna put this clip in there. It's gonna hook around that cloth on that rod. In case you don't know, you can always bend those rods to adjust them for some reason if it's not pulling the lever, but you can clearly see, look in there, you'll see it pulling the lever all the way. But if for some reason it's not pulling enough, bend that rod a little bit. Okay, it's fine. So now we're gonna do the door lock part. Now these are gonna have these two fitting things that go right here. So get this thing kind of where it wants to go, and we're going to attempt to kind of slide these over. Don't break them. They're $5 a piece. Okay, yeah, you damn near break them putting them on, but this is the best way I could figure out. Okay, next thing you know, this rod goes in there a super magical way. Alright, like that. Okay, now while we're putting these in there, you need to make sure that this rod goes in this lock part right here. See it? In there? Okay. Make sure it does that. Now these will also need to be greased with some white lithium grease, just a little bit. Okay, now we're going to be doing all the little stops on it. So we're going to roll the window thing up. Okay, where that arrow is, this one's really kind of hard to put in, but that's all it is. This goes towards the back. Okay, the second one looks like that, goes on the front. Those are the two drop adjustments. You got to have both of them in there because this glass will go one way or the other. That's why it needs two. This arrow right there is going to be our first clip for our door panel. It's going to be the one that looks like that. It's going to hang in like that. Got two of these little felt fur ball guys. We left a screw in one. It's going to go right here. Now it's going to go in there like this, with the tab up towards the glass. And now all we have is this combo one. Okay, so where that arrow is, we got the other felt. Goes against the glass, tab up. It's gonna have this stud. From the bottom. After you get your window adjusted, this clip right here for the door panel is going to go over it. Okay, so this is the front of the door. Let's take a look at what that looks like. That one first. Little felt. And then we got the combo felt with the door panel clip. So I forgot this in the original footage, so I'm going back and putting this in. They're also going to have two to a door. Okay, so on the glass it's going to have these two plastic things that you need to make sure are there. And what they're going to do is whenever you roll the window up, it's going to wedge and it's going to stiffen that glass up. So like if you opened your door with the window up, it wouldn't wobble around. So if you're having wobbly window issues when they're all the way up at the top, you really need to check these out. So that doesn't come in contact with glass. So if yours are rubbed through like that, don't worry about it. But if you have these that are wore through, a good idea would possibly be just to switch them so that way the wear will move over. Okay, so you see how they're mounted in there, one at each end. Now these are for the door panels. These round holes. They clip onto the paper of the door panel and slide in there. So just in case you don't know what these are, that's what holds your door panels on. So in the video I'll put these on first, the stops and everything, before we put the glass in, but you really want to put the glass in first. It just makes it a lot easier. Okay, so remember we got our three painted things to adjust our glass back where it goes. Okay, so you really need to have your window felts in there, but I'm just not there yet. So we're gonna put the glass in just to give you an idea how I do it. Let's get that out of the way. So we're taking both of these stops off right here. So remember they point up. See why we marked them? Because they go right back where they came off. Oh yeah, we got to put our stops back on. Okay, so that's about it. That's a fully assembled door. The internal parts, everything should work out 100% if you go through it and clean everything. Now, like I said, I'm not greasing anything until the second I seal that off with that water barrier and put that door panel on there. Okay, so you see the difference of cleaning all the parts up. This isn't no grimy, nasty, crusty door, and these are all factory original parts. There's nothing brand new. Oh yeah, these two are brand new. That's it. Everything else is original. Okay, so I can't do any adjustments on the glass because it's not in the car, but if I get some comments, I can do a door panel video and adjusting the glass if anybody wants to see that. Other than that, thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you like the video.